Most people are convinced their blood sugar goes up because of what they put on their plate. But here's the truth. They've been looking in the wrong direction the whole time. Tomorrow morning, before the clock even hits 8 a.m., millions of people across America will unknowingly flip a hidden biological switch that sends their blood sugar climbing for the entire day ahead. And the unsettling part, most of them will do it before a single bite of food ever reaches their lips. No donuts, no sugary cereal, no cheat breakfast, just one ordinary habit that quietly drives their glucose up, drains their energy by mid-afternoon, and slowly nudges them closer to insulin resistance. This might just be the missing piece you've been searching for. Because what I'm about to share with you has almost nothing to do with carbs and almost nothing to do with willpower. It has everything to do with the first 60 minutes after you open your eyes. Here's the reality. Within moments of waking up, your body is already making a decision. It's choosing whether today will be a day of calm, steady blood sugar or another exhausting ride on the sugar roller coaster from breakfast until bedtime. And most people, without even realizing it, send the wrong signal before they've even brushed their teeth. I'm going to walk you through the 7 morning habits that quietly push your blood sugar higher before breakfast even happens. One of them is something you've probably been told is healthy your entire life. Another one is being promoted by wellness influencers on your feed right now. And the last one, the 7th, is the hidden thread that ties every other mistake together. Stick with me until the end, because I'll hand you the exact first-hour routine I personally follow to keep my blood sugar smooth and stable all day long. Hi, I'm Dr. Leana. I've spent nearly 10 years in emergency medicine, treating hundreds of patients through some of their hardest moments. Now, it's your turn to feel better. Drop a comment below, share your age, ask me anything related to your health. I read every single comment personally, and I will reply. If you're new here, do me a small favor. Hit that subscribe button. I'm incredibly close to hitting 200,000 subscribers this month, and every single one truly matters. You can also join our private Instagram community, where I answer real questions with honest, direct answers. And here's something close to my heart. I poured everything I know into a book called Cellular Freedom. If you're constantly tired, if your body no longer feels like it's working with you, if you've quietly wondered why you just don't feel like yourself anymore, this book gives you the answers most people never get. Because true freedom starts at the cellular level. Once you understand that, your view of your own health will never be the same. Scan the QR code on your screen and get instant access. Your future self will thank you for this one decision. Now let's dive in. Quick check-in. Just answer these in your head. Do you crash around 2 or 3 in the afternoon and start craving something sweet? Do you feel shaky, cranky, or foggy a couple of hours after a meal? Are you tired no matter how much you sleep? Do you rely on coffee just to feel human? Has your fasting glucose or your A1C been slowly creeping upward, even though your diet looks pretty clean on paper? If you said yes to even 2 of those, I'd bet you're making at least 3 of the mistakes I'm about to walk through. And here's the good news. None of this is your fault. Nobody ever taught you this. Mistake number 1. Reaching for your phone the second your eyes open. Be honest with yourself. Your phone is probably your alarm clock, which means the first thing your hand touches every morning is that screen. Then you're scrolling. Emails, texts, social media, headlines telling you the world is falling apart, all before your feet have even touched the floor. Here's what your brain doesn't understand. It can't tell the difference between a push notification and an actual threat. All it registers is stimulation, urgency, and stress. There's a hormone that naturally rises during the first 30 to 45 minutes after waking. It's called the cortisol awakening response, and it's supposed to happen. It's your body's built-in engine start. The trouble is what cortisol does to your blood sugar. One of cortisol's main jobs is signaling your liver to release stored glucose into your bloodstream, fuel for a fight-or-flight moment. When you dump a wave of digital stress on top of that already rising cortisol, you're amplifying that glucose release before you've even eaten. A study published in PNAS Nexus in early 2025 had participants block mobile internet on their phones for just 2 weeks. That single change improved attention, mental well-being, and overall function by an amount comparable to reversing nearly a decade of age-related cognitive decline. Flip that around. If removing the phone helps that much, imagine what grabbing it first thing every morning is doing to your stress hormones and your glucose. Mistake number 2, reaching for coffee before water. When you wake up, you're already dehydrated. You just spent 7, 8, maybe 9 hours without a single sip, breathing out moisture the whole time. Your blood is genuinely thicker in the morning, so what do most people reach for? Not water, coffee. You're pouring a stimulant into an already dehydrated, already stressed system. Here's what most people miss. When you're dehydrated, the glucose already in your bloodstream becomes more concentrated simply because there's less fluid to dilute it. Less water in the tank, same amount of sugar, the reading climbs. I'm not against coffee. I love coffee. I'm against coffee being your first input of the day. Water first, ideally with some minerals in it, then your coffee a bit later. I'll give you the exact timing near the end of this video. Mistake number 3, skipping morning sunlight. This one is completely free, and it's easily one of the most underrated tools on this list. Your body runs on an internal clock called your circadian rhythm. That clock controls when cortisol is released, when melatonin kicks in. And here's the part that matters most: how sensitive you are to insulin throughout the day. Insulin is the hormone responsible for clearing glucose out of your bloodstream, and research suggests a large portion of American adults show some level of insulin resistance. A major driver of that is a circadian rhythm that never gets properly set. Most people roll out of bed, walk around under artificial lights, then drive to work or sit behind a screen all day. Their body never receives the signal that the day has actually begun. Research on circadian biology consistently shows that people who catch natural sunlight earlier in the day tend to have better fasting insulin and better insulin sensitivity, even when body composition is accounted for. And it works the other way too. Bright light at the wrong hour, like late in the evening, has been linked to worsened insulin response and higher blood sugar after meals. Light isn't just about mood. Light is a blood sugar tool. 10 to 30 minutes of real sunlight in your eyes within the first hour of waking, without sunglasses, is the whole trick. If you have a dog, this one's easy. Walk them outside first thing. Mistake number 4, eating a healthy, high-carb breakfast. This one might sting a little, because you've been told your whole life it's the right choice. The cereal, the oatmeal, the whole grain toast, the yogurt with fruit at the bottom, the granola, the orange juice, the healthy muffin from your favorite coffee shop. The average breakfast is often just dessert wearing a disguise. When you wake up, your blood sugar is usually calm. But the moment you eat a big load of carbohydrates first thing, your glucose spikes. Your pancreas floods insulin to handle it. About 90 minutes later, the crash arrives just as steeply. That crash shows up as shakiness and brain fog, and your body starts screaming for more sugar to fix it. You're on the roller coaster before 9 a.m., and you'll ride it all day. Here's the flip side. Researchers at the University of Missouri fed young adults a high-protein breakfast and observed their brain activity on an fMRI scanner. That protein breakfast noticeably reduced brain signals connected to food cravings and reward-driven eating. Not willpower, actual brain chemistry. In related research, women who ate protein at breakfast instead of a carb-heavy one lost significantly more weight and waist circumference over 8 weeks. On the same number of calories. Same calories, different first meal, entirely different blood sugar response. The problem was never that you ate breakfast, it's what you put in first. Mistake number 5, eating too soon after waking. This one's quieter, and it connects directly to the last one. Most people eat within 5 to 15 minutes of opening their eyes every single day. Here's what's happening overnight. While you slept, insulin came down and your body naturally regulated glucose on its own. That's actually a valuable window. But the second you wake up and eat, especially carbs, you slam insulin right back up before your body has had a chance to settle. You're stacking a spike on top of an already elevated morning cortisol response. This isn't about extreme fasting or starving yourself. It's simply about not sprinting to the fridge the second your eyes open. Push your first meal back a little while you hydrate, catch sunlight, and move your body. Give your blood sugar a chance to find its own baseline before you challenge it with food. Mistake number 6. Sitting down right after you eat. You finish breakfast, and then you do what almost everyone does. You sit at your desk, in your car, or on the couch with your laptop. While you're sitting still, the glucose from that meal is just floating around in your bloodstream with nowhere useful to go, so insulin keeps climbing to force it into storage. There's a study in the journal Diabetes Care that's worth remembering. Researchers took older adults at risk for diabetes and had them take 3 short 15-minute walks, one after each meal. Those 3 small walks controlled blood sugar over 24 hours just as effectively as one long 45-minute walk. It was the timing, not the total minutes, that mattered. Another study found that walking right after a meal lowered blood sugar significantly more than the same walk done at other times. Here's why. When your muscles contract during a light walk, they pull glucose directly from your bloodstream without needing insulin to unlock the door. It's like a side entrance for glucose clearance that doesn't need to ask your fat storage hormone for permission. A 10 to 15-minute walk after a meal is honestly the easiest win on this entire list. Mistake number 7. Starting your day in full survival mode. This is the master villain, the one that ties every other mistake together. The phone in your face, coffee on an empty stomach, rushing, skipping sunlight, scrolling headlines, getting stuck in traffic, notifications buzzing non-stop. Your body has no idea you're just running late for a meeting. It reads every one of those stressors as one signal, danger, and floods you with cortisol, keeping it elevated all day. Chronically elevated cortisol does something very specific to your blood sugar. It keeps telling your liver to release glucose over and over, no matter what you eat or don't eat. You can eat a perfect diet and still ride a blood sugar roller coaster all day if your nervous system believes it's being chased from sunrise to sundown. Survival mode and stable blood sugar simply cannot coexist. Your body will not calm its glucose output while it thinks it needs to survive, because survival always outranks regulation as a priority. Now go back through all 7 of those. Not one of them was about the carbs at lunch. Not one was about dessert after dinner. Every single one happens before 8 a.m., before a gram of sugar has ever touched your mouth. Your metabolism isn't broken. Your body isn't betraying you. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do, responding to the signals you send it every single morning. Which means the moment you change the signal, your body changes its answer. You haven't been failing at willpower. You've been unintentionally voting against your own blood sugar before breakfast every single day. So let's flip every vote. Here's the exact routine, 1 step for each mistake, and the whole thing fits within the first hour of your day. Step 1. No phone for at least the first 30 minutes. Let that natural cortisol rise do its job without you piling stress on top of it. Step 2. Water with minerals before anything else. Hydrate before you caffeinate. A big glass of water with a pinch of high-quality salt or an unflavored electrolyte mix. Step 3. Sunlight in your eyes within the first 30 minutes of waking. Step outside, no sunglasses, 10 to 30 minutes, even if it's cloudy. You're setting the clock that controls your insulin sensitivity for the rest of the day. Step 4. A 10 to 15-minute walk. Stack it with your sunlight if you can. If you take that walk after your first meal, you're clearing glucose through that insulin-free side door. Step 5. Delay caffeine by about 90 minutes. Get your water, your light, and your movement in first. Coffee an hour and a half after waking hits very differently. More sustained energy, less stress hormone buildup. Step 6. Build your first meal around protein. Eggs with the yolk and half an avocado, or a high-quality protein shake. Whatever fits your life. Aim for at least 30 grams. This flattens the roller coaster before it even starts. Step 7. Build a calm nervous system before the day grabs hold of you. A few slow breaths through your nose, a minute of quiet, whatever pulls you out of survival mode. Survival mode and stable blood sugar cannot coexist. Every step here is answering one question for your body. Are we safe or are we spiking? When the answer is we're safe, your blood sugar stops being a fight you lose every day. Now here's something most people never hear. Let's say you do everything we just covered. No phone, sunlight, water, the walk, protein first. Fantastic. You're sending your body the right signals. But signals are only half the equation. The other half is giving your body the raw material to actually respond to those signals efficiently. That's where glucose shift comes in. It's built around berberine paired with chromium and cinnamon bark extract, a combination that's been studied for years and is commonly used to support blood sugar levels that are already within a normal, healthy range as part of a broader lifestyle approach like the one in this video. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your doctor before starting any new supplement, routine, or making changes to your health regimen, especially if you have a diagnosed condition or take medication. But let me leave you with this. You're not lazy. You're not broken. Your blood sugar isn't secretly working against you. It's simply responding to the signals you've been giving it. Change the signal, and you get a different response. Try this routine, even just one piece of it, for the next 7 days. Then come back and tell me how it went in the comments. And if this video changed how you think about your mornings, share it with one person you know who's been quietly blaming themselves for something that was never truly their fault. I'll see you in the next one.